We are going to start with a new chapter from Flamingo. In class 12, you have two books, Flamingo and Vistas. And we are going to start with Flamingo, the last lesson. The name of the lesson is The Last Lesson. And the writer is Alphonse Daudet. First, let us start with the writer, then a brief description and introduction of the chapter. Okay? Now, Alphonse Daudet, he was a French novelist and a short story writer. Formerly, he was a school teacher. He quit it to make a living as a journalist in Paris. The Last Lesson is a short story set in the backdrop of Franco-Prussian War. This is narrated from the perspective of a little boy named Franz. The story deals with the occupation of Alsace and Lorraine in the year 1870, when Bismarck's army stormed the area and held it under the Prussian control until World War I. The French districts of Alsace and Lorraine went into Prussian hands. This story conveys a much larger issue about the role of national pride in international affairs. Now, let us come to the theme. What is the theme of this story? The last lesson stresses on the importance of education and the necessity to respect and learn one's own language. This story draws our attention to the unfair practice of linguistic chauvinism. What do you mean by linguistic chauvinism? Linguistic means, language. Chauvinism means too much attachment. Like, what is the meaning? This refers to unreasonable pride in one's own language while disregarding all the other languages as inferior. This is not correct, isn't it? Moreover, the theme of patriotism. This is also very important. Patriotism, freedom of language, and the love for one's own motherland is predominant in the story. The people of Alsace and Lorraine were denied the freedom to learn their own language by the Prussians. So, the practice of linguistic chauvinism can be seen. It also highlights our tendency to value things more when we no longer have access to them. M. Hamel says, M. Hamel is the teacher. What does he say? The only key to our prison is our language. Now, come to the moral of the story. Very important moral. Never put off works for tomorrow. Otherwise, you will have to repent. Like in the lesson you see, the people of Alsace did not know that the ignorance of language would make them repent for it later on. Now let us come to know about the characters. The main characters, usually the character sketch if it is asked. Then M. Hamel is the teacher. He is a very strict teacher. He is very honest. He has been teaching for 40 long years and he has never been blamed for anything. And another character we see, Franz. Franz is the student. Franz was a schoolboy who lived in the district of Alsace. He disliked going to school, especially because he did not like the lessons, especially on participles. He never gave up. He never gave importance to learning French. M. Hamel, the teacher, was very strict, and he had given a task to Franz to learn the lesson on participles. And Franz did not learn it, so he was afraid of going to the school. Later on, we see in the story that Franz, who did not like to go to school, later on he regrets that he should have paid more attention to his studies. He should have been attentive in the class so that he could have learned French, his own language. And now that French would no more be taught in the districts of Alsace and Lorraine, they are going to lose. That is a great loss to the district of Alsace and Lorraine. Okay? So he feels very guilty. Now let us come to the word meanings. Some of the word meanings, important word meanings. You can note it down. Sawmill. And I may give you the sheet also. You can copy from the SNAP homework also. The different word meanings are given of sawmill, that is factory for cutting wood. Then you have drilling. Drilling means exercising. Then you have tempting, attracting, resist, or to stay away. Then counted on. This means depended on. Commotion. Commotion means noise and confusion. Then you have blushed. Face turned red due to shame. Blushing means to turn red. Face turns red. Solemn, serious. Primer. Primer is a basic reader of any language. Then thumbed. Thumbed means, this means damage. Okay? Then grave means serious. Thunderclap, to refer to something unexpected. Wretched, unfortunate happening. Sar. Sar is a river that passes through France. Nuisance. Nuisance means a problem. Cranky. Cranky means short-tempered. Then Sunday clothes. Sunday clothes means the best clothes. Now in the worksheet, some questions are also given. First of all, you can do one thing. One writing portion you can do in this, along with the question answers. You can draft a notice as a messenger of the Germans. You can write down the notice informing the people of Alsace and Lorraine that French teaching would be banned from tomorrow. Okay? Now this is for today. Thank you and have a nice day.